Peace and blessings, family. And continuous part 2 to the video. So if the Spirit of the Most High is telling you to leave and get up out of Babylon, don't let nothing hold you back. Don't let nothing get in your way and see all the signs that the Most High has got before you. Look at everything that's happening right now. We just got a white guy who I just heard killed maybe like 20 people and injured 40 people in a mall shooting. Forgive me for all not having all the details, but I seen a picture of this man in handcuffs. He ain't look like he was breaking a sweat. They didn't have him on his back. They didn't have him in no type of distress, but he just killed multiple people. And he's going to get a fair trial and fair justice. We know for sure this doesn't happen with black people. Wake up, brothers and sisters. This just happened. It's going to continue to happen until you get the picture. What else just happened? Maybe just a week ago, did you not? I haven't heard nobody saying nothing about the plague that just happened in Las Vegas, which we know is called Sin City. You got this plague of locusts or grasshoppers that just flooded the whole Vegas Strip. With all of this filth and all this sinning that's going on, the Most High sent the plague. He answered with the same plague. He did this right in the beginning of the year in Saudi Arabia when he sent the plague of locusts into the holy site for the Muslims in Mecca. I posted all these things on my page. Y'all can see all of this for yourselves. The proof is evident. The Most High is judging the world, and he is getting ready to judge America. The Most High's day of vengeance is at hand. I think you need to pay attention to this. So back going into the fleeing and delivering thyself. I read for you already in the English and the Hebrew when it came down to what Zechariah was saying, and the Himalti and your Shevet and concerns to how the Most High was breaking that down when it means you delivering yourself. So right here in the King James Version of the Bible, when you look at this verse 7 in Zechariah chapter 2, it gives you a precept. The precept is Revelation chapter 18 verse 4. And Revelation is in the New Testament for those who may not know the Bible all the way. It's the last book of the New Testament. It only has 22 chapters, and this verse is being referenced to the 18th chapter. That's very close to the end if you don't notice. So let's go ahead and see what Revelations 18 and 4 has to say. Revelations 18 and 4 reads on this wise. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. I just was talking about plagues, and look what the scripture is telling you. That you receive not her plagues. Don't get stuck over here trying to figure out what you're going to do, and then you be somewhere caught into one of these places where one of these plagues is about to get ready to hit, and it's going to hit, brothers. This is guaranteed very soon. This is the scripture when I was a child that I read that made me know that I had to leave America. This is in Revelation, but this is the reference that's coming from Zechariah. And so what does the Revelation have for this verse at verse 4? It has a reference. It has a precept that takes you back to Isaiah 48 and 20. Let's take a look at that real quick. Isaiah chapter 48 verse 20 reads on this wise. Go ye forth of Babylon. Flee ye from the Chaldeans. With the voice singing declare ye. Tell this. Utter it even to the end of the earth. Say ye, the Lord hath redeemed his servant Jacob. The Most High tells you right here, as a precept from the Revelation, it goes to Isaiah telling you, Go ye forth from Babylon. You go from Babylon. Once again it says, Flee ye. You flee from the land of the Chaldeans. Chaldeans in Hebrew translates to demons. Understand this. And what's the other precept that it gives you? It tells you 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 17. And it says, Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. So here are all the precepts from Zechariah chapter 2 verse 7 when the Most High says, Deliver thyself. And it takes you to Revelation, come up out of her. Then it takes you to Isaiah when it tells you flee from Babylon once again from the Chaldeans. Then it takes you to Corinthians when it tells you come from among them. Now, with a mighty hand and a strong stretched out arm is the Most High going to do this. And you got to be able to pay attention to the signs. The signs is now. The 400-year prophecy, 2019, ain't no coincidence that all of this is happening in this year. And we seeing all of these signs take place right before us. You have all the notoriety that's coming from the governments that be and the powers that be. The United States government with the HR 1242 bill, the 400-year American Experience Commission Act. Then you have the return to Ghana situation going on this month as a celebration that they have going on. All of these are distractions to not point you into the direction that this is the fulfillment of the prophecy that was prophesied to us in the book of Genesis, that we would serve into captivity in a land that was not ours for 400 years. I'll get that for you. Book of Genesis, chapter 15, verse 13, reads on this wise. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. Now, we know this is prophecy. We know that this lines up exactly what's going on in our days and times. But this great substance is a situation that our people are talking about, and they're thinking that it's solely reparations. When they're not letting you know reparations is not going to be something given to the whole people all across the four corners of the earth. That's just not going to be a reality. So we only focusing on reparations right now as a stronghold coming to Judah and in America, and you understand specifically. And there's other tribes within America, but we're looking at the reparations going to that. But nobody's paying attention to this HR 1242 bill. This is a bill that was signed into law, that the Most High that the government that be has to give you some type of professional historical background to be able to have as this 400 Commission Act. And it also allows communities and nonprofit organizations to be able to submit grants and ask for grant money up to $20,000 to be able to use research purposes of proving who we are and whatever we say upon our arrival to America. Slikah. Slikah is excuse me in Hebrew, in modern Hebrew. Now, we're not paying attention to this. Ain't nobody talked about this, but a year and a half has went past, and we haven't even capitalized on this understanding while we being distracted by all these other things. You understand? But it's already something in place, and this is going to end July 1st, 2020. You understand? It's a deadline for this. So you can't say, oh, you didn't give us nothing. Oh, we gave y'all something. Y'all didn't pay attention to it because we know that y'all don't read. Y'all too lazy to write. Y'all too lazy to do anything that we do present before y'all. And it's not our responsibility to let y'all know that these things was available. This is what they doing. And we sit back and not talking about these things that's happening time after time where the clock is ticking. We got 1 year. We got to January 1st, 2020 to write out grants. We got the information already put together and presented in professional and professional package to give to the people. We can give it to y'all with no problem, and we can ask for grants from the government, and they have to pay for this. Nobody's talking about this. Set up programs and researching programs to come to Ghana. If you want to go to Ghana, write a grant to get a research program set for you, for the government to give you $20,000 to get you some flight tickets to be able to have the Ghana experience of where y'all came from when we came off of the slave ships. Set up another program with another $20,000 to get us over here to take a look at Israel. Since we got those people over there, we got black people calling themselves Israelites. Well, let's take out the African experience before we came to America, dating back to that history. We got it all at our access right here. It's all available to us. All we have to do is enact it. You see, the powers that be don't want to let you go. They want to keep you stuck and confused and distracted with the NBA. You understand all the big news that's going on with that. They want to distract you with everything possible to keep you not focused on what is at hand. The gate is open. It's time to go. It's time to get out of America. It's time to get from the four corners of the earth. It's time to get away from captivity. The scriptures is testifying to you, and all of the signs is there. So what are we going to do? Are we going to sit back and let crabs in the barrel continue to hold us down? Or are we going to listen to that message of the Most High when he's telling us to get up out of there? That's deep inside your spirit that's telling you, I gotta go. I'm telling you, with this guy just killing these people and them seeing him in handcuffs like this and he not dead, I'm so happy I ain't in America. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't be out there marching and throwing fire bombs and blowing up cars and still getting no results. What's gonna happen? We should have been towed down America with all the stuff that they did to us. And what is that still gonna do? Nothing. We can hit them where it hurt the most, by leaving. If we leave as a whole, we damage their pockets. Oh, they scared of their pockets being touched. We take away their pockets. We take away their entertainment. We take away all of their musicians. We take away all of that. We shut down. We cripple the whole system in one day if we was to leave. Trust in the lead, brothers and sisters. The time is now. I'm not selling you no dream. I'm not here to tell you anything but other than what the Spirit is telling me to tell you. I'm just a messenger, letting you know that the day of vengeance of the Most High is at hand. He's coming to judge. He ain't coming to play no games. He ain't coming to sing kumbaya with nobody. The time is now. Free yourselves. Part 3 coming soon.